everything is working in our favor rather than trying to force something into our favor.
Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Trading get paid, trading get paid, trading get paid, trading get paid, trading get paid,
Because really, what is a teacup, right? It's down, up, down, sideways, up, up, up. So it's 3 moves: a downtrend, a range, and an uptrend. That's all a teacup is. To down, sideways, up. Okay? So drop, base, rally. That's a whole nother lesson. Now, we get this move up like this. And that's when we know we can get the money line. All right. So what did I do? I came in here. Make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. I came in here. I seen the move up. We were right in here when I called the trade, right in here. Okay. And I said, let me make it even a little bit more visible for you. And I said to myself, we have all of the structure moves, right? Well, we weren't quite there yet. We were here. All right. So in fact, let me put that in replay. So we were here and structure began, and we get this move up. We start pushing up and we start pushing up away like that. All right. So I look at the very smallest move right there, the very smallest, because some of y'all might not see that right now, but watch this. Look at that little move right here. All them wicks. What does that look like to you? I'm gonna mess y'all's brain up real quick. Y'all see that right there? That little tiny move that you think is absolutely insignificant is absolutely not. That little tiny move that I just drew right there is not insignificant at all. Okay? What that move actually is if you were to open this up to the 5-minute chart, 5 minutes, what you would see is a flagpole and a flag on the 5-minute chart. So what does that tell me? That tells me that if this is a 5-minute flag, here's my structure, here's my low. If this breaks down below my low, then it would go and try to retest this area right here on the 5-minute chart. Now, I'm not going to go down to the 5-minute, but what I am going to do is I'm going to tell you that we have a flagpole and movement, which tells me that on the 5-minute chart at this point in time, we are looking for a bullish breakout, because that's how a bullish flag generally works. We have above a 70% chance for this to break bullish because we have a flag on the 5-minute. Now, it may not be a very big move. It's not going to go like this because it is only a 5-minute flag. Generally, how high does it generally go? Well, A, B, C, D. We know that C to D is generally the same size as A to B. So we would expect for price to move, watch this, from A to B, right? A to B, gave us about 26 pips, which tells me that from C to D should be at least about the same. So why did I put my zone right there? Because I wanted that. I don't want that 5-minute move. I wanted the 5-minute move to complete and show us a breakout prior to us getting into the market, because I wanted to see the smaller move complete, giving us access to the next level from the 5 into the 30. So the small flag completes A, B, C, D. It breaks our zone right here. Why? Because we have structure. And now what do we have? We have a bigger move that is happening. Right? So this whole thing works in conjunction, and now we have agreement in the market. And so we have direction, we have breakout, we have everything is working in our favor rather than trying to force something into our favor. Okay? Now, here's the thing though. When we start to get extension, sometimes, as we've said many times, the first breakout can be a fake out. So here's what happens. We look, it breaks out, and then we think it wants to retest. So here you have a breakout entry, scalp. Or you can wait for a retest because you think we have a structure. And if this comes back to retest, 1, 2, 3, a third retest, then we would be expecting a massive move off of a third retest. Okay? Generally, these trend lines like to be tested 3 times. Not that it always happens, but they like to be. Generally, on the third test, you can see a very nice move on a rejection. Is everybody with me so far? So we have structure. We think we're going to get a move up based on the fact that we have a 5-minute flag. So let's see what happens. Boom. Now, from here, it gave us 33 pips, C to D. So it did a little bit more, gave us a few extra pips than A to B. C to D was a very nice setup. If you were a scalper, you would have had a beautiful entry right there as you rejected this trend line. Beautiful scalp entry for 30-something pips. Even if you would have went in and got 15 or 20, you would have been happy to get in and get out. But as we know, the trend line wants to be tested again. Now, here's the thing about it. The third test of the trend line generally gives us a solid move. Okay? So, boom. All right. Beautiful, beautiful move right there. You could have easily taken this rejection and got another 20-something pips out of it. Let's just say 20 pips out of it. All right. You could have got another 20 pips. That's being conservative. So you could have got 20-something, maybe 30, and then another 20 something maybe. So in the course of a couple of hours and 2 trades, we're looking at around 50 pips, okay, off of 2 quick trend line rejections. Now we patient, we wait, and we want to see, does it want to test the trend line again? So let's bring that up real nice, right? Now here's where it gets interesting. Here's where it gets nice and interesting, because now we have what's called confluence. We have this area right here where the trend line meets the horizontal line. So we have market structure horizontally and market structure diagonally that come together at a point. That is usually a very hard thing to break. And when it does break, it breaks hard. So I told you guys, take the break here and then use the money line as either a early or rejection entry, right? Oh, let me get off the annotation. Sorry. Now you see that? Wow. 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 As soon as we saw that boy break, that's a wrap. That candle goes and breaks out of that trend line, and especially once it goes under this structure, we're in. Beautiful sell opportunity, easy money line trade, and smashes it. Smashes it. We use the money line. Look at that.